Hi, I'm Scott Leadingham. Thanks for joining us here in the unique Northwest. Today we are joined by Inland Northwest correspondent Nick Deshais. Thanks for joining us today, Nick.
Thanks, Scott.
Talk a little bit about what's going on in Pullman and Moscow in terms of how they envision their downtowns and how that might change.
Yeah, well, Pullman right now, the City Council is discussing a downtown master plan. Now that's just a plan, so it doesn't, if they pass it, which it looks like they're going to pass it, they still have to fund it and do everything in the plan. So they could pass the plan and nothing will happen. But the plan itself has some interesting tidbits. You know, Main Street, everybody who has been to Pullman knows Main Street. It's the 3-lane one-way that runs through the historic downtown. The plan says, take it down to 2 lanes, put in a wide bike lane, get rid of the parallel parking and make it angled parking. So that would really change the feel of downtown, just that one aspect of the plan. It also has other things in it of, you know, increasing the trail system, making the plazas a little bit nicer, kind of shining up the downtown and making it, as they say, people-centric. And that'd be a big change for Pullman. Everybody knows downtown Pullman is pretty car-centric. You compare that to Moscow, which doesn't really have a highway running through the center of its historic downtown. It has a little tiny 2-way street, you know, going both ways. Very lively, feels very different. It's much smaller than downtown Pullman, but it feels very different. So to me, it's very interesting to see these two towns that have a lot in common. They got universities, they're really close to each other, kind of twins in a way, or siblings. They have very different downtowns. So I think Pullman is on the cusp of getting closer to the Moscow model or pulling back to a more historic Pullman downtown that was around before everybody started driving everywhere. Pullman specifically, they care less about what Moscow does and thinks and more of how the university thinks about it, how the Chamber of Commerce thinks about it, how the Downtown Pullman Association thinks about it. Those, and of course, the City Council or the city itself. Those are the 4 entities that are involved in this plan. So getting those 4 to agree, I think, is the first order of business, and that's no easy order.
You can see more of Nick's reporting on these and other topics at our website, nwpb.org. Thank you for joining us here in the unique Northwest.